the exercise that you suggested for a while with trying to put my feet in the stirrups.
Yeah.
Then,
Turn your foot in and out.
Right,
Yeah.
but then felt like part of my problem was I was sitting with my back,
Oh, yeah. Get lined up on it. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, so he's going to probably be, what, a little sluggish after work today or whatever, but... Yeah, all right. Well, we'll do our best, but then... so I don't... Maybe just work him a little bit rising trot, just try to get him, going a little bit, and then I'll watch the position a little bit rising, too, but then we'll go and we'll get right into the sitting and try to figure out that body line and make sure that's correct. Okay. But I think just get him warmed up a little bit by moving him around. So right now, even Minette, you see, yeah, your leg is a little bit out in front of you. Yeah, it needs to come back a tiny bit. You're going to have to watch, though, that you don't put, see your toes are pointing straight out. Not straight out, but they're out too far. So you're going to have to try to pull that. Here, I'll tell you the easiest way to fix this. Okay, look. Stop. Okay, now go up and stand up in 2-point. That's exactly, see what I mean?
Yeah.
The reason you're falling back, that's why, because you've got it right. You've got to line your leg up a little bit. So what we're going to do is just, now stand up in 2-point. Now let your heel, relax your ankle so your heel goes down without, but then you fall back.
Right.
You've got to get yourself like that. Get in a position where your leg is under your hip and you can relax the ankle and let it hang down flat. But you're balanced over that's good. See, now that's your position. Now when you come back down to the saddle, think, it's a squat down to the saddle. Don't think sit, because as soon as you sit, you'll rock your feet out in front of you again.
Okay.
All right. So what I want to do is just, for a little bit here, we're going to do some rising trot, and then I might just call out 2-point, and then you stand up in 2-point in this position, and let's find your balance over your leg first. Then we'll go to this, because we've got to fix that first. So remember, it's kind of your heel has to be right under your hip. So on the next long wall, let's pretend they're cavaletti set up, and then we're going to get the hips up over the leg. All right. So ready, and 2-point. Further back. You've got to come. You're going to feel like and if the stirrups are too long, we'll shorten them. But as long as you can clear the pommel, you've got to come higher, right up over the pommel. So on this long wall again. All right, now come up 2-point. Take a hold of the mane if you have to with 2 fingers and pull your hips up. But you can't, see, Minette, you can't stick your rear end out behind you. You've got to bring the whole hip in. When you come over here, come on this long wall, stop. Okay, so now, come on up, go up a 2-point. See, this has got to stay back turned up, so it's just right under your hip like that. And then I shouldn't be able to come like that with 2 fingers. Now, put the 2-point. So you've got to be strong enough like that. Hold that. So don't stick your rear end out behind. Think like you're taking your hips, and when you're posting, you're doing this. You're not just coming in and out, but you're standing up like so. Your hips come up, and it pushes your whole spine line on top of the hip and all the way up to your head as one piece, like building blocks. Don't let it feel like it's coming in and out. Feel like it's up. Sit, it's squat, down, up, up. That's the gesture, forward, okay? All right. But that, you've got to get that leg underneath you. Okay. All right. So again, rising trot, and we'll do a bit of that exercise. Okay, so ready, and 2-point. More, you're still behind your leg a little bit more. Then go back to rising, and then we'll try it again, So think you've got to bring the hips further forward and up higher. It's a bigger stroke, Okay, now 2-point. That's better, but still even more. You still need to bring the hips up a little bit. Stand up a little taller. But the trick is don't stand up on the balls of your feet. Let your ankle relax. Okay, all right. 2-point. That's better. That's better, Higher though, see, don't let your seat touch down on the saddle. Stay way up. And bend in your elbow. That's a little bend in your elbow. Now forward, Okay, up. Higher, higher. leg back. Are you running into the pommel?
Yeah?
All right, then stop and take your stirrups up a notch. We need to get, because we've got to get this leg fixed, because that's important. Okay, so now see if that helps. So yeah, wait till you get around the next long wall. Now keep the heel under your hip. Okay, now stand up. That's better. More forward though. Still your rear end a little bit more forward. Your whole hips have to come a bit more forward. I want to see it's a little bit like this, Matt. You're still a little bit too much angle here. You want to kind of stand stuff straight. Okay. Leg back, leg back. Now up. Yeah, high. Really like stand really tall. Yeah, you're gonna have to exaggerate, right? And as I said, if you need to even touch the mane for a little balance, take a hold of the mane with 2 fingers. Okay, up again. Yeah. Okay. Okay, up. Yeah, higher. I want to really make you, see, purposely make you a little tippy so that you've got to find that balance. Yeah, stand up higher. And now, see, because that's what's going to happen. See, you're going to rock and fall backward, but if you get up there right, yeah, up high, keep your knees turned in. You're going to kind of, you've got to hold on with your thighs a little bit. Yeah. So you really set your knees. That's better, but you're still, your hips are a little bit behind, so you're kind of sagging in the waist and the lower back. I want to make that really strong and solid. And keep, yeah, when you come back then to the, when you come back to the rising shot, you have to think to keep that motion of your hip, you know, really free in your hips. Stand. What? Oh yeah, I can just hang it there because I know where everything is and I forget stuff. It's warm. That's better. Now, yeah, and then see that this way too. See, when you're firming up the thigh pressure in your knee and your upper calf, you're gonna then it's gonna help to straighten your foot out a little bit in the stirrup line. So turn your foot a little bit. That's it. Turn your foot a little bit straighter, right? And then try to keep the rhythm. That's way better though. See now when you post, don't be so stiff in your hips. Free your hips up. Stand right up and oil your hips up. Yeah. And then posting. Yeah. Now think, okay, now stay posting for a minute, but make the posting the upward there. Make that a bigger stroke. Stand more. Stand tall. Yeah, you see when you do that too, he's going to go more forward because he's going to follow your hips. But now you have to think your leg has to be under your hip. When you stand up, if I call 2-point, you've got to be able to stay balanced right up there. But right now I know you're not going to be able to. You're going to be a little bit behind the motion. Yeah, bring your leg back. Yeah, and take here. When you stop here a minute. Yeah. Okay, just come up to 2-point again. See, you have to watch. See, right here in your lower back. Don't let this sag. See, you got when you come up, keep your stomach in. What?
It goes up straight, my feet go short.
Well, see, you've got to become strong and then flexible right here in your hip. Okay, now go 2-point. Come up all the way to 2-point. Like that, yeah. And when you're going along there, you're gonna have a bounce, you know, you're gonna be bouncing. But what you don't want to do is keep sagging in your lower back. Make your back strong. Let yourself almost feel like you're, you know, bouncing down onto your feet. Now when you come back down to the saddle kick, now come back down sort of like a squat, right? Now when you push off, see this stays, now go stand up. See, that's locked in there. Now come back down. And now you come up and up. And this is, yeah, see, yeah, all the way. Yeah, all the way up like that, all the way like that. Yeah, come up over your leg, like that. Why? Why are you looking at me funny?
No.
Okay. But that's how far you're going to have to come up, see, and to get, yeah. And then that lower leg's got to stay put. Yeah. It can't, yeah. It can't move. All right, try it again. But remember, it's not so, you don't want so much, arch in your lower back. You need your stomach in and your back a little flatter, and then your mobility has to come a bit lower, right at your hip socket. So you're swinging your hip socket, but you're standing toward the pound. Nope, your leg's still too far in front. Come up high, okay, 2 points. And come up as high as you did when I pushed you. I held your leg there. Yeah. Now straighten your foot a little bit more. And think, okay, there's no, I'm gonna jump like in the stirrups. I'm gonna be jumping, I'm so stiff, I'm sort of jumping in the stirrups. I'm not sagging in my lower back. And that's better, yeah. Now if you could just turn your foot in a little bit, that would be, you'd have it. Okay. All right, post, yeah. Leg back more. Okay, now, 2 point. Up, bring your rear end forward, yeah. Forward, up. Yeah, that takes the arch out of your back. Higher, forward, there, like that. That's it, man, like that. See, I want to go way up there, yeah. Now when you go, then the point is, as I'm always saying, that's not just some party trick. The point is to carry that over, make your posting motion feel every single stroke of the posting trot up. You feel like you're going to come way up and forward, and you're coming over your leg. Yeah. Okay, now rising. And now just stay rising for a minute, but practice a really like a long stroke of the hip. So it's up, way up over the leg, way up over the leg. And don't sag in your back when you touch down to the saddle. You just lightly touch down to the saddle, but your real concentration is on the upstroke.